Today we get sweet on sweets.
Let's talk about that.
Good mythical morning.
It is day 4 of our Munch Madness bracket.
That's right, we're back at it for another round of our Snack-a-Lack-a tournament. Today we're taking a break from all that salt to taste some sweet treats. It's time for Munch Madness. Sweet! Okay, just to recap how this works, we've got 4 snack categories: meaty and cheesy, salty, sweet, and chips. You guys voted on your top 8 from each category, which we seeded into our Munch Madness bracket.
It's big!
And now we're gonna be pitting the snacks head to head to crown the ultimate sweet snack.
Now, this is how we ultimately decided what belongs in the sweet category. Not just any dessert can be a sweet snack. Pies, not a snack. Ice cream, not a snack. Those are desserts.
Yeah.
We also categorized candy bars as desserts, okay? We realize that that is a little controversial, but you ain't never put a bowl of full-size Milky Ways out to watch the game with your friends.
Right.
You don't snack on a candy bar, you eat a candy bar. Plus, there are so many that it would have overrun the category, so no candy bars.
Don't hate us.
We'll give lots of love to candy bars in due time.
Don't comment, well, what about fun-size candy bars? Because that completely
It ain't Halloween.
unravels our entire argument. Okay, don't comment about that.
No, that's just a Halloween thing.
Okay, we do, however, have plenty of candy that can be enjoyed in pieces, and cookies. Cookies, yes, they are a snack. And I'll prove it. When was the last time you had just one cookie? I rest my case. Okay, here's our top 8 sweet snacks. We've got Oreos, Chips Ahoy, Sour Patch Kids, M&M's, Peanut M&M's, Skittles, Reese's Pieces, and Gummy Bears. Woo! All right, first up we have the Battle of the Cookies. Our top seed, overall seed amongst all snacks based on your votes.
Wow.
Oreos with 4,709 votes versus our 8th seed, Chips Ahoy, with 1,718 votes.
Let's go with the Chips Ahoy first. Now, my favorite sweet is raw cookie dough.
Okay, but this is cooked.
And not only is it cooked, it's crunchy. Because my jam back in the day, do you remember these soft batch
Soft batch.
chocolate chip cookies?
They put something in there that probably gave you cancer and also made it
Soft.
soft forever.
Which is totally worth it, in my opinion. So I don't find myself loving these, but the taste is pretty good once you get into it.
It's not better than an Oreo, though.
Really? I'm not a lover of the Oreo, but it is Milk's favorite cookie, so Milk is voting for Oreo.
I do think that Oreos are best enjoyed in the presence of milk.
But when you put this and this in milk, this comes out like that nice sogginess that makes it soft, which is the way that I love it.
Yeah, I think Oreos, clear winner here.
Yeah.
No competition. Oreos moves on.
Alex, move them on. Sour Patch Kids got 2,834 votes. M&M's 2,608 votes. We're talking the 4 and 5 seed here. So this is a tight one.
I love a Sour Patch Kid, man.
Sometimes when I go to the movies, I'll get popcorn, but then other times I'll get these.
This is like one of my movie theater go-to candies.
I don't love gummy stuff or sour stuff, but I love it when they're together. This is my favorite gummy snack
Really?
by far, yeah.
And I know you don't even like M&M's, which has always been weird to me.
It's not that I don't like anything about them, it's just that I always choose something else instead of them. There's always a better option for me personally.
They are good, though. I just like everything.
I think I like keeping my candy and my chocolates totally separate. Like I want to go full bore candy, which this is.
You're telling me that you consider the candy coating to have
Candy.
too much candy presence?
No, it's just the combination of candy and chocolate to me is something that I never desire.
There is no candy there.
The whole outside is candy.
It's not candy. It's just a coating on candy. It's not candy coating.
So you're voting for M&M's? Because I think I'm voting for Sour Patch.
I'm voting for Sour Patch Kids as well. Yeah, Sour Patch Kids.
Okay.
All right, next up we have our 3 seed with 2,900 votes, Peanut M&M's, and our 6 seed with 2,366 votes, Skittles.
Let's go for the underdog first. You want to? So a little bit of Skittle. Now, contrary to the the myth that different colored M&Ms taste different, which they don't. Skittles do taste different. There's a red one.
They're different flavors, definitely.
There's the orange one.
It's a rainbow.
Very chewy.
They're not bad, but
I actually think it's very good.
it's
Tart, but not
it's like one,
sour.
Ironically, even though I'm tasting the rainbow, it has one note, like super strong fruit, and it just almost starts to choke you a little bit.
I love it.
You love it?
I love that taste. Now, you know I got a weakness for peanut butter.
Well, these are peanut.
Made from peanut
Peanuts.
butter. Peanut butter makes peanuts.
Peanut butter M&Ms. You remember those? Mm-mm. Those are better than peanut M&Ms, but you guys didn't vote for them, so.
Now, the data shows that these are the superior M&M in terms of votes.
Which I agree that these are better than regular
Me too.
M&Ms.
Me too, because it's got that extra thing.
It like takes a little bit of the chocolate edge off, and they're bigger, so you just feel like you're getting more for your money.
And the consistency is more exciting.
And there's a game you can play where you can isolate the peanut inside your mouth.
It's going to be hard for me to put anything over the brilliant combination of anything peanutty plus chocolatey, even if there is some candy coating on it, which I don't love.
I've already had like 12 of them.
I'm still voting for this because
Yeah, I agree.
it's a great three-way combination.
Peanut M&Ms move on.
Woo! Throw it over there.
Could you recenter that a little bit? You know, get it right there on the, thank you.
Appreciate all your input. You guys are doing great. You're really seeing the field today.
Reese's Pieces, the number 2 seed with 3,296 votes, up against Haribo Gummy Bears, 2,335 votes. Now, you're a gummy bear lover.
I am.
These take a while to eat.
I've established that my favorite texture in the world is gummy. I like to just get completely naked and get into that bowl. I think about that kind of thing a lot.
I'd like to look away when that's happening.
But I will say, I absolutely love Reese's Pieces.
You do?
It's shaped just like an M&M, but it's not trying nearly as hard because it doesn't have an M on it. And it only has 3 different colors, but the colors are so complementary.
Oh, it's so much better than an M&M
And
because
it's
it's
got
so
peanut
peanutty. And it's peanut butter, it's not just a peanut. This one right here, it requires too much chewing on my part. And I feel like if I swallow it preemptively, it's gonna gum up the works. Like psychologically, I have a problem with this.
Psychologically, you have a problem with gummy bears?
Yeah.
That's a personal problem.
It is a personal problem. I have to be honest. It's impacting my judging decision at this point.
I would like to be naked inside of them, so that's definitely not a psychological problem.
No, in no way.
I am really, really torn.
I'm voting here. So,
Man,
this is on you, brother.
I feel like this is almost a betrayal of my own brand because I love gummy bears so much, but now that I've put both of these in my mouth, I feel like if I had to say which one's a better snack, I'd say Reese's Pieces.
I think you're right.
Reese's Pieces moves on. I'm sorry, Haribo.
And feel better knowing that reflects the vote. What did you just try to do?
You tried to get fancy. You tried to get fancy.
You megged yourself.
Yeah.
All right, our 1 seed Oreo versus our 4 seed Sour Patch Kids.
Uh-huh.
Just
It just wakes you up. You get hit with that
reminder.
sourness. It's like, wow, I'm alive. Any candy that reminds you that you're alive is a good candy.
I think just the act of eating reminds you that you're alive. Man, that's a classic taste. I mean, I wouldn't take these to the movies, but that's not what we're testing here.
I love these because it creates an experience. It just creates like it's like walking into a party and there's like it's just a little lounge music and then all of a sudden they drop a banger.
Drop a banger?
You know how they drop a banger and all of a sudden everybody's like, you know, like twerking and stuff.
I don't go to those parties.
You know,
And
that's
and I also know that you don't.
That's what
either.
happens in my mouth. Look, I'm about to drop a banger in my mouth.
There are no parties where
Bam!
they start with lounge music and then they drop bangers.
Just wake you up.
But look at how ornate these are. I mean,
Ornate.
yeah, it's like each one is like a snowflake, except they're all exactly the same.
Nothing like a snowflake.
Yeah, but they kind of have this incredible pattern. It says Oreo on both sides.
It's like a cathedral
No matter
ceiling.
how you look at it, you know that it's an Oreo.
All right, here's the thing. It's begging for milk. It's like, I'm really great with milk, but what if there is no milk? You don't need milk for this. You don't need nothing for this.
It's made better with milk, but it's also good without milk. I'm standing my ground with Oreo.
I'm in the Sour Patch zone.
Okay,
We need a
sounds like
tiebreaker.
We need a tiebreaker. It's my childhood best friend and Link's worst nightmare, the all-star of sweets and the champion of creeps, Cotton Candy Randy.
Oh, no. Yes. No.
Here he comes.
Happy Cotton Candy Day, Daddies.
Yep.
Do you want a sweet nothing before we start?
Yep. Yeah, I do. I always do.
There's room for 2 in the sack where I sleep.
Good. It's good to know.
I know the parts of your house where the shadows are the darkest.
Randy, why don't you just
Want to
taste?
feed me some snacks, Daddies?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, you want us to be fed.
Oh, yeah, feed me, Daddies.
What do you mean feed you? That's an Oreo.
This is the first time I've ever eaten this before. Give me one
Okay.
of those. Watch your fingers.
A little sour.
I like this one because it tastes the most like human bones.
Now this one has kids in it.
Yeah, I don't like that.
That's a surprise. So this is your choice. You like this one better.
I'm more of a chocolate guy anyway.
Yeah, I can tell. Yeah.
All right.
Have a
Bye,
cotton candy
Daddies.
beer.
He has spoken.
Oh, wow.
It's
Okay.
Oreos
moves on.
Bam. Okay, it's the 2 seed versus the 3 seed. Let's go in over here. That initial pop is satisfying.
Solid, man.
It's the same pop you might get from a well-designed hot dog or sausage,
Yep.
but in candy form.
Right, that's exactly what I'm thinking about when I'm eating M&Ms, is sausages and hot dogs. You know, I really think you got to take into account what begins to happen over the course of eating a bag of these. Now, my
Okay.
experience with Reese's Pieces is that they're super incredible. I never regret the decision.
Uh-huh.
But like 3/4 of the way through the bag, I'm like, I just keep getting peanut butter.
Yeah.
Whereas this experience of having that peanut and chocolate over and over again,
And it comes in 3 waves. You get the candy coating, then when you bite into it, you get the peanut second, actually. And then you get an aftertaste of that signature M&M's chocolate.
it's more complex.
Again, with repeated snackability, I am going towards the M&M.
But what about E.T. though? Because he's watching.
Well, he's a grotesque puppet. That's how I feel.
All right, I agree. Peanut M&Ms is moving on.
Yeah, consistency,
What?
variety.
Okay, our overall number 1 seed has unsurprisingly advanced to this round.
But the number 3 is now here in a position to assert itself in the final 4. Wow. Now, here's the one thing I'll say about Oreos. I don't ever really just enjoy a normal Oreo. A lot of people have their different ways of like pulling them apart, you know, taking 2 and making 1 double stuff, which
doing
then
it
Oreo
right now.
listened and then started making double stuff off the shelf so you wouldn't
Look at that.
get rid of half a wafer. There's lots of customization where you can express yourself. But here's
Not
the,
a lot, though.
Here's the thing that gives me pause, okay? Because I think neither one of us love the Oreo that much. And
I love it in milk.
Here's the
I
thing.
love it in milk.
Here's the thing. All the cookies and cream stuff, it's just crushed up Oreos inside of something. It's amazing how magical this becomes as an ingredient.
That sounds like an argument for it, though.
But that doesn't make it a great snack. That makes it a great ingredient.
Well, another way to say the same thing.
Say the same thing in another way.
If I just sit down with this whole thing of cookies, 3 or 4 cookies in, I'm tired. I want milk. My body is screaming for milk.
Yeah.
Because it needs milk to be a complete experience. And I think we have to evaluate this as a cookie, as a snack on its own. Because milk's not a snack. Milk's milk.
We've also gushed about the different layers of an experience you have when eating just one, which allows you then to eat many more, which is the ultimate goal.
Now we're going to disappoint a lot of people because this is the overall.
about disappointing people.
This is the overall number 1 seed. If we send these along, we're going to get letters. We're going to get letters, not comments, but letters. But we're going to do it anyway. Aren't
Go to the contact page of our website, mythical.com.
Because we're moving peanut M&Ms along. Is that what I'm hearing?
I believe in it.
All right, I do too. It's going to the final 4 peanut M&Ms.
What do you think, Alex? Is this a surprise?
I respect all your decisions.
You don't like Oreos either.
No, I don't like Oreos.
Okay, there we have it. The final 4 has been set. Tomorrow we will determine our overall best snack in the world.
And I just want to take a second to thank Cotton Candy Randy
Yeah.
for taking a moments out of his busy schedule to come in here and help us out.
Yeah, I'll thank you later in your sleeping sack.
Thank you, Randy.
Stick around to watch more Good Mythical Morning.
All that cheering got you feeling thirsty? Get this orange-lined GMM mug to put your favorite sports watching drinks in. Available at mythical.store.